Forbidden knowledge, gods of the Bible, God's war on the gods. They abandoned the God who made them and rejected the rock, their savior. They made him jealous with their foreign gods and angered him with their detestable idols. They sacrificed to false gods which are not God, gods they had not known, gods that recently appeared, gods your ancestors did not fear. You deserted the rock, you fathered you forgot the God who gave you birth. Throughout the Bible, there are many mentions of other gods that have tempted and swayed the children of Israel against the God of Israel. In this continuing series, Gods of the Bible, we will discuss who these gods are, where these gods came from, and how these gods affected the Bible. Previously, we discussed Andromelech, the donkey-like god that delighted in the sacrifice of children to the burning pit. Psalm 91. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the foul snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. When reading Psalm 91, there is a hidden message that can only be found by the people of its time. Reading the Bible as modern people, we miss the important nuances and contexts that would have been well understood by the people of the time the stories were told. Today we read Psalm 91 as surely He will save you from the fowler snare and from the deadly pestilence, and nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. The original text would have said, nor of the Dabar, pestilence, that walks in the darkness, nor of the Kodet, destruction, that lays waste at noonday. The words Dabar, meaning pestilence, in Hebrew, this alone is not suspect, but when combined with Habakkuk 3:3-5, we begin to see a bigger picture. Pestilence, or Dabar, marches before him, and plague, Resheph, comes from his heels. What does Dabar and Resheph have to do with God's war on the gods? To understand this, you have to put yourself back to the people who lived during that time. To the people living in Canaan, which the kingdom of Israel was located, they would have known that Dabar and Resheph were names of Canaanite gods. In Hab chapter 3 verse 5 is the same as Dabar in Psalm 91. This would elevate Dabar as a Canaanite god, since Resheph is one of the main Canaanite gods. And Dabar's association with Resheph would indicate that they are speaking about the god, rather than arbitrarily talking about pestilence in general. Knowing that Dabar, pestilence, and Resheph, plague, are the names of Canaanite gods, then Psalm 91 begins to have a more impactful meaning. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence, Dabar, that walks in darkness, nor of the destruction, Koteb, that lays waste at noonday. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler snare, and from the deadly pestilence, Dabar. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague, Resheph, come nigh thy dwelling, for He shall give His angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. What God is telling the people of that time is that God is protecting the sons of Israel from the Canaanite gods, and that He will send His angels to watch over these gods. We can glean two things from this revelation. One, we glean that the God of Israel is superior to the Canaanite gods. Two, the angels are superior to the Canaanite gods since they are keeping an eye on them. This fits nicely with both Psalm 82 and Psalm 97. Psalm 82 states, God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. And Psalm 97 states, For you, Lord, are the most high over all the earth. You are exalted far above all gods. God's dominion over Dabar and Resheph in Psalm 91 is consistent with the message that God is a God of gods, and every inferior god, which God explicitly calls the other beings gods, are mere mortals in the eyes of the God of Israel. With that now in mind, We now see that Psalm is talking about how the God of Israel will protect his people from the foreign gods, and with his angels keep these foreign gods in line. And as Psalm 82 states, these gods who have gone against the will of the God of Israel will die like mortal men, and their reign on earth overthrown like mortal princes. Who are the gods in the great council of gods in Psalm 82? If there were no other gods, then why is it that in Psalm 97 proclaims God as a God above all other gods? Is the context in which the Bible is written lost to modern people who do not know the circumstances and lives of the people at the time of the Bible? Do you think that Dabar and Resheph are still around today? Let me know in the comments section below, and for more Supernatural History TV, like and subscribe.